Coach, let's start with a couple quick thoughts on tonight's match, and we'll take a few questions from the group.
Yeah, I thought tonight was a night to play for something a lot bigger than ourselves. And, Lowe's father had Alzheimer's, and it was really motivating for us to play for him and anyone else impacted by this. And so I thought for 3 sets, we did a great job. We battled. And I've shared this with the team a bunch of we're not trying to chase a bunch of wins right now. We're trying to chase peace of mind and knowing that we went for it. And I thought for 3 sets, we did a pretty dang good job. And then in the fourth, I'm not sure we walk away thinking, yeah, we went for it and let it all out there in the fourth. And so I'm pretty bummed about the fourth set. That being said, did we make progress from the first time we played these guys? Absolutely. We're a better team than we were a month ago. And there's some things that USC does really, really extraordinarily well with their net play and how they defend. I just think the world of how they're trained, and I know that coach really well. He was one of my coaches when I was playing, and just have so much respect for their program and what they've built.
That being said, about what you're chasing, it would be fun to make the tournament, obviously, and you guys. It seems like you guys are on the bubble according to projections. Just how do you want your team thinking about that, if at all?
Turn the bubble into a bubble bath and let's go. We're not chasing any one win. It's a really dangerous spot to be in. And I've been on it before as a coach and haven't loved the stress it caused, because as a coach, when you're stressed about being on the bubble, your team feels it. And it makes it for a miserable 2 weeks when you're putting that on your team. And so everything messaging-wise doesn't matter. Let it rip. Let's go. Let's fight for peace of mind right now. And again, I thought for 3 sets we had it, and then we lost it a little bit in the fourth.
Coach, why do you think that your team lost it in the fourth set compared to the first?
We didn't go for it nearly as much. And when I say go for it, I mean really executing on the things that we see, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. And shots that we normally take or this or that, we chose a safe shot or hit the ball out of bounds. And that's not a team that you can air a bunch on. And then we had some defensive matchups that were different, where we fell asleep a couple times and we're close. And again, that team is one of the best passing teams in the Big Ten. And so it causes a lot of stress for our middle blocker play, and specifically our zone 4 defenders have a big assignment tonight with all the different routes they run with their middles when they're in a 2-hitter situation. And so that was a big challenge going into the match. They switched a little bit of their matchup. They flipped to row 5 in set 3, and we were still good in set 3. And so I stuck with our one of our best servers starting the match, which is kind of our default of starting with Val serving, and changed the matchups, and maybe that had an impact. We'll go back and watch it.
Despite that fourth set, the first set was great back and forth, super excited for the team. How do you just continue to play with that momentum throughout the set?
Yeah, 25 one-point battles, or in that first set's case, I think it got to 32 one-point battles, right? And so just continue to have that mindset. I think the coolest part is we were down, and I think this team can play from down at 20 to 23 and still be okay. We have a couple servers that can go back from the service line that we have a lot of confidence in, and I felt really good about how we started sets 2 and 3, and just came up a little bit short at the end there.
Saturday has a chance to be a pretty fun day with college game day and then the football game, and then you guys look forward to being kind of part of the energy that's going to be around town that day.
Yeah, so the last time college game day was here, which is kind of crazy to say, right? How lucky are we to be a part of this? It was so fun, and I thought there was so much great energy on campus, and I think we're all well aware that football is such a driver of everything we do, and so I'm grateful to be a really small piece of this, and I know our administration does such a good job of supporting everything that's going around campus, and super grateful to them. I think I probably won't be at the 3 a.m. wake up call like I was last time, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think I might skip out on that and get some sleep and try and prep for as much as I can for Michigan. But yeah, what a cool organization, athletic department to be a part of when you have College Game Day coming to your campus twice and you're surrounded by elite people doing elite things. And that's, at the end of the day, like what we want to build towards. Like Dan has laid the foundation for winning a championship, and that's what we want to do with volleyball as well.
Last one.
Alana had 49 kills over the past 2 games. Can you sort of touch on her efforts tonight?
She's silly good, and she's not even close to where she's going to be next year. I'm so excited for her development and for her to have a spring and her to go through this. Like, what a cool opportunity for her to, make a splash in the Big Ten and, be freshman of the week a couple times and all these accolades and honors. And then you hear her talk to the media, and it's just like, I just love being here, love being a part of my team. I think her story is so special because she was loyal to her high school, loyal to her club growing up. It wasn't maybe like the highest accoladed club by any means, but she was willing to be the best player and take ownership over the role that she had. And I think that's one of the things I really appreciate about her and her family is the loyalty that they've had throughout her career.
Coach, Clemente and Valette combined for the most kills on the team, just 1 and 2. They have had a lot of good chemistry, especially tonight. What does that chemistry do for the team in terms of motivation?
I think a couple things. I think we want to be internally motivated, so we want to show up because we want to get better every day, but it also helps to have people that you're motivated by, right? And I think there's a bunch of people on this team that have that. Val and Alana obviously are getting, a lot of the sets. Sophia Myers has been an absolute stud for us over the past couple weeks as well. But that doesn't take away from we should still be inspired by Maya. We should still be inspired by Cam's story and some other people and Holly's story. And I don't take just because they're leading in attempts as like we shouldn't be inspired by others on our team. We've got some really special stories within our team, within our program. I think if you remember, they all committed to something that was just, it wasn't all in place. And they chose to take that leap of faith. And I think they've come through in every single way for our athletic department, for our program. And I think people know that Oregon Volleyball is going to be really good going forward.